Welcome back to Carolina Rut Cuddles. I got a heck of a cold, so it's going to be a little off today, guys. This is the third time I've recorded this video because both times I feel like I was being way too harsh. And I got to be nicer, guys, because I keep forgetting this is not a review. This is an overview of what they released. So I got to be nice. I don't know why I'm not a glazer. I'm not going to glaze Honda or any company, really. I'm going to tell it straight as it is. We're going to be honest because I feel like people love to be too nice to companies. Like, well, we'll give it this or we'll give it that. We're not giving any to any company. I'll talk crap to Yamaha, Can-Am, any of them. If they do something stupid, 4-star crap out. So what are we talking about today, people? We're talking about the new Honda Pioneer Elite. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the what the crap were they thinking at the end? Because there was one big issue that I saw that, again, they're not released. We don't know nothing about the price, but a lot of things that we can speculate and try to figure out. So this week, Honda released 3 new models. Well, they didn't really release it. They announced it. 2 of them should be coming out soon, which are the non-AC ones. But let's be honest, it is exciting. Honda is not known to release anything. The last time the Pioneer has been updated was 2016. And the last thing they really released anything would probably be the Talon, which was, like 2018. Honda's not exactly known to release anything. They do small stuff, but all these other companies have so many different models coming out, they're kind of stagnant. That's one issue I've always had with Honda. They know that people will buy it even though they're not really releasing anything new and their stuff will be like old technology. Always had issues with Honda like that because the pricing is just a little too high for what they are. But you know what? We're going to be nice today, guys. We're going to be nice. But it is always a good day when somebody releases something new. So let's go ahead with the big stuff that we know that all the models will get. One, they're going away from the cable. They're going by drive-by-wire with drive modes. I think the old ones had 2 drive modes. These have 4 drive modes. And the drive modes, let's see, I got it written down here. Comfort, normal, sport, and tow. If you're like me, you're going to leave it in sport. Or maybe comfort. Comfort's probably more like an eco mode. And then normal is normal. And, of course, you use tow for tow. A lot of people hate drive-by-wire. Personally, I do enjoy drive-by-wire. But that's just me. That's all up to you guys. That's personal preference. Now, the next 2 things are a new roll cage and I don't know if it's a new air filter position or if they made it easier to get to. Apparently, that must have been an issue on the old ones. Again, I don't have a Pioneer. I can't really say so. Therefore, I guess that's a good thing. The another thing is cruise control. I don't know, guys. I don't know if it's like a regular cruise control or if it's like a jet ski. My jet ski had cruise control and you would set the cruise control and it would just mean you held it all the way to the floor and that's where it would stay. It probably does. It probably legally can't move by itself. They also boast that the power steering is way better. How do we know that? We really don't. We have to go by the award, which always ticks me off because, like, is it better? I mean, I don't know. I don't remember many people complaining about it, but I don't really know a lot of people with them. I know people with Talons, and they enjoy them, but not many people with Pioneers. There's a couple around here, but they kind of go the way of the Dodo. They're mainly just a couple formals with the crew cabs. The next thing that they said was heat reduction in the cab for the non-AC model. They said they've done a lot to try to help the heat get out of there. Don't know much about that. I didn't have one, but that's good, guys. We need less heat. That's one thing Can-Am used to be really bad with old Maverick. I just sold my OG. Holy crap. Even in the winter, I'd be like, this thing is hot. Now, something else they're boasting is about a new bed with, I guess they have like a link system like Can-Am and Polaris. And they say it has more capacity and a little bit bigger, but honestly, if it's not like the Can-Am 6x6 with that huge 6-foot bed, does it really matter? Like, oh, look, we gave you an extra inch. Okay. Does that really matter? I mean, I guess an inch does. It does.
That's what she said.
But honestly, guys, that's really all the new stuff. I mean, we have new plastics, and this is the part of the video where we're going to go ahead and break down what my opinions are about it and what we know about the new AC model. Okay, opinion 1. It looks like a Polaris. I do not like the new look. When I first saw it, I really thought it was an only April Fool's joke. And then all the Honda guys and all the Honda companies, and then I saw a couple in real life, like they showed pictures of it at events, and I'm like, really? This is it? I'm not a fan. It looks like a Polaris. Now, I do like the look of the Polaris, but I was hoping it'd be a little different. It looks like a Polaris with a Tractor Supply cab. I'm sorry, guys. It does. That cab, maybe the 4-seater would look better, or the if they come out with the deluxe, like a conversion kit, kind of like the short frame one, like an X4, R-Max, or a Terex, they have my attention then. But right now, they're only showing the 2-seater or 3-seater, I guess you would say. And I'm like, no. I mean, here they are side by side. You cannot tell me they don't look similar, people. I'm like, holy crap, that is not a good look. I've seen some people post videos or pictures, mock-up pictures of it looking at like with tiles, and it does look better. It still looks like a Polaris. I didn't know it was a Honda until I read it, and I'm like, what? Ugh. My next complaint. Look at this dash, people. That is the dash. That is the most stripped down dash I've ever seen. It looks like an old Ford pickup, which I love old Ford pickups with everything looking like advanced and everything. I mean, come on, just look at the brand new Can-Am, Polaris, Ridge. All of them just technology. I mean, and I don't like technology. I am against technology. It's more stuff to break. But of course, Honda's going to charge a premium price. We know it. I mean, just the new Deluxe and the new one is like $22,000. So you know they're going to ask like $30 for this thing. And it's like, holy crap, this is what I get for $30? Like, again, I love Honda. I think Honda's a good company. But unless that price is a little lower than I think it's going to be, it's going to be a hard sell for me. The other issue I have with it is the same engine. That's what they said. They said it's the same tried true engine. Why don't they up the horsepower? We know that this, I think it's the same engine. I was told, but it's back and forth, that the Talon has pretty much the same engine. Why in the world can we not have more horsepower, people? Last I checked, it was 70-some horsepower. When it was released, people said 82, but a lot of people got in trouble because it did not have 82. It had like 71, 72, I think it was, like 10 less horsepower. So it might have a little more now, but still, we want more horsepower, people. Can-Am has 82, Polaris has 82, and if you go with their flagship models, which if this is priced like them, it's really going to have a hard time. Then they have like 100 and some now, guys. Come on, it's hard to compete with that. But guys, honestly, I do like it. I mean, I know I'm being harsh, but I've always been harsh on Honda. I mean, it's really the pricing. If their pricing was low, I'd be better. But like the 520 being more than a Can-Am 1000 is crazy. And they're like, this is our special edition. Man, that's the same stuff as every other company's mid-grade. Like, not their base, because base don't come power steering. So it's like, guys, you got to up the game. I've been wanting a mud model of Honda my whole life. Why can't we get an XMR Honda? Like, how hard is it, guys? Even Kawasaki has finally started releasing mud models. Sadly, it's only in the KRX, but why can't we get a mud model Honda? I want a 800cc twin, I guess it'd be a parallel twin because that's what Honda uses, mud model. That's what I want with a gear shift transmission, which honestly, with the way the Talon and all these other ones use with the gear transmission, I don't know if that's the best thing, but I want it. I just want a transmission, people. But we ain't getting it because Honda knows that people will pay for it. That's my only issue. That's why I gripe so much. I want people to understand that we could get more if we just complained more. Or not complained, if we just didn't buy their junk. Maybe one day I'll get my Honda with mud tiles and a factory snorkel. But not today. And not tomorrow. And definitely not in 27. Maybe not even 30. But you know what? I can hope, guys. I just want a Honda to go mudding with from the factory without having to do all this stuff. Mainly because, come on, if you do it from the factory, it's going to be tuned for that. We do a really good job with gear reductions, tile, snorkels, but come on. Think how good Honda could do. They have the money. They have the technology. They just have to release it to us. Give it to us, people! So let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? Do you like it? Do you hate it? I mean, most people I've talked to said they hate the look of it, and I'm right there with them. I think the look is horrible. I'm not a fan of it. Maybe they put some big tiles. I mean, maybe it looks better. Because, again, there's a lot of models I hated when they first come out, and then as time goes by, I'm like, I kind of like it once you put tiles on it. I mean, what was it, the Ridge? I hated the Ridge because it looked too short. Like, it looked tall and thin, but then they started putting tiles on it, and it actually looked way better. So maybe it will grow on me, but right now, I just not a fan of the look. I do like the fact that company is coming out with one. If they come out with a short one with AC, they might have my attention then. But it would have to be in a good, decent price range, and I would be the fourth. I mean, I ain't going to say it'd be the fourth because, again, I'm not a fan of the seats. I don't know if I talked about this in this version of this video or version 1 or 2 because I deleted it a couple times. But honestly, I need better seats. I need a 5-seater with, AC and all that, and I would be happy. But we'll see what happens, guys. Anyways, if you wouldn't mind, like, comment, subscribe. And if you want more honest reviews, let me know in the comments. I'm just trying to be honest. Too many people glaze people over, or they'll be like, well, we're trying to be unbiased. I'm not going to be unbiased in no company. I talk crap about how many stupid things Can-Am does, Polaris, Yamaha, and even Honda. Everybody's scared of Honda, guys. I'm not scared of Honda, guys. I will be quick to talk crap about them. Because it's like, guys, you can't just keep saying, we want something new, and then be like, we praise Honda for not releasing anything new. No, we need more Hondas. I want more Honda. Their lineup is naked. Look at Yamaha. They have the X4, the R-Max. They had the YXC. I think they just got rid of it. And each time they're coming out with more and more. Why can't we get that with Honda? Honda has three engines. 420, 520, 1000. And they have the 700 that they like to boast about. But that engine it's not there, guys. Anybody ever had one? Not a good engine. I wish it was, because I want a Rincon so bad. But after driving a couple, not a fan. Anyways, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and let's all pray that next year we'll finally get our mud model Honda 520. I would be the first in line if the price is reasonable. I'm not paying $850 XMR prices for. And I will see you on the next one.